Back in October, the Rams won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Packers. Can Green Bay avoid the sweep? Find out next on Madden Football.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Well, the second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
First run now for Kyren Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Stafford now to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Ready. Big 20. 20 hot. Sit on.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Set. 22. 50-50.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Let's go now. Roll.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Here's Love. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
White. 53. Ready.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Hey, 50.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. There's a nice move. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll buy some time right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Stafford.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Counter play with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
Ready? Let go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
$35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Again, it's Williams. Breaks a tackle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And some room to maneuver.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
32.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Williams. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Ready.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll try and run. This is Williams.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Williams will try again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
53, ready.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
To throw now. Here's Love. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Had it on their one, elected to try the pass, and that's the risk you run, a safety.
Yeah, as a former defender, I like it when they try and play that kind of style of ball. Go ahead and throw it from your own end zone because my guys are coming.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This will be fielded at the 17.
Here's Kyren Williams running out for another possession.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Monday. What do you have?
They begin the drive with Williams. And fights through one man.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
98 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, 22!
They run it again with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now Love. Slant route, he's got Dobbs.
And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On play action. Love to throw.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Middle. 11. 32.
Stafford. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
21.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Big 20. Hurry. 20 hot.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This game 2 of our triple header here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, well over 100 yards receiving, with 3 touchdown catches. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go now.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10.
In motion, the tight end.
Go.
Throwing. Love. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Byron Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
Alert! Hey, 70!
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
21!
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Double right. Hey, give me radar. Alert! Shot!
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3.
White.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. From 13 yards out.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now the extra point. And it's 15-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Play action this time with Love. That is caught, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down, but how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set, go.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Play fake. Here's Love. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Let's go now.
Love.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Hey, Bronco switch. Bronco check.
Love, they go play action now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Middle.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Ready.
Now a give up the middle to Williams.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
59! Omaha, ready, move!
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Like 7. Easy, alert! 0. 10.
Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. To swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
On the ready. Set up. Let go.
Here's Love.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Love now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot. Ready.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love.
That's complete to Dobbs.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Now Love. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Dobbs.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
McManus's point after is good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
53, ready. 22.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top for Kupp. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Cooper Kupp, 60 yards. And the Rams use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now the try here for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Love from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson,
68 yards.
and the Packers are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Hey, fly low!
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
40 got. 40 got. Hey, 22.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Set. Stay 50, stay 50.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Play action. Stafford. Man open is Robinson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Hey, 5-0!
Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step.
The Rams are on to next week as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.